Don't be deceived. This thought has crossed many people's minds at one time or another. It might have crossed your mind at one time too. While there's a lot of responses on the internet, not everyone is valid or even achievable. And that's why this video was made, to provide an actual workable solution to the question. And with that in mind, we're going to be exploring how you can become a multimillionaire before you clock in 35. This doesn't apply to you if you're already over 35, so you can just click away. One of the many mistakes that younger people make is how to spend their money. Yeah, I get it. It's your money, you decide how to spend it, for sure. While that might be true, it doesn't change the fact that nothing lasts forever. Sure, you're comfortable now, but that doesn't mean you're going to be comfortable forever. My point is that you gotta hold back on that spending part. Grant Cardone, who went from being broke and in debt at 21 to being a self-made multimillionaire by 30, once wrote, "You cannot save your way to millionaire status. The first step is to focus on increasing your income in increments and repeating that. My income was $3,000 a month, and 9 years later it was $20,000 a month. Start following the money, and it will force you to control revenue and to see opportunities." Earning more money is actually easier said than done. While that is understandable, you aren't exactly starting from point zero. Also, you can earn more by accessing multiple streams of income. Sure, that doesn't sound easy, but nothing good comes easy. In author Thomas C. Corley's 5-year study of self-made millionaires, it discovered that many of these millionaires develop multiple income streams. According to his study, 65% had 3 streams, 45% had 4, and 29% had 5 or more streams of income. Say, for example, you take my first advice of trying to earn more through multiple sources. The second advice is still going to come in handy for keeping that money. Life is filled with expenses and all that, sure, but it doesn't mean that you can't save a little cash every month for yourself. The simplest way to achieve this is just by budgeting. Practice basic budgeting and money-saving skills as soon as possible, and that goes a long way in living the rest of your life very comfortably. It's not something that you should just put off. Starting now is very important. Sticking to your budget takes discipline, but the sooner you get into the millionaire mindset of buying assets instead of liabilities, the better. Budgeting can help you set aside a particular amount per month, which would accumulate over the years to something much more substantial. Let me paint you a picture. Say you start saving between $50 to $500 every month from the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, that accumulates to $600 to $6,000. Now, imagine doing this for a couple of years, just 5 years, let's say. It could end up helping you in times of need, or it could be used to invest in some other sources of income. Time is a treasured asset, especially when it involves saving and investing money. The better your chances are of becoming a multi-millionaire. Speaking of saving and investing, while it is advisable to save, it's even better to save to invest. Investing is the best way to earn from your savings. However, you gotta be ready to take risks. With time, you can figure out which type of businesses or investments are right for you and your growth. Grant Cardone wrote, "The only reason to save money is to invest it. Put your saved money into secured, sacred, or untouchable accounts. Never use these accounts for anything, not even an emergency. This will force you to continue to follow step 1, increase income. And to this day, at least twice a year, I'm broke because I always invest my surpluses into ventures I can't access." There are various ways to invest in this current age. These include buying bonds, stock, real estate, cryptocurrency, etc. You can invest your savings in various business sectors you know about. That way, you're aware of the workings of the investments and not just completely clueless and hoping. But before making all investments or reinvestments, you really thoroughly study the stock market or business market, as one might provide compound interest for your investment. The type of investment might help you earn a good amount of revenue. This part is going to be challenging for most of you for various reasons. You gotta understand that most millionaires don't run around buying Lamborghinis or other pricey items all the time while they're drinking champagne at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In fact, some would say that that's part of the reason why they're millionaires in the first place. Instead of wasting cash at every chance they've got, they allow their money to grow. They say that a fool and his cash are soon parted. And that's a reasonably decent motto to live by if you want to join the Multimillionaire Club. Some of the major characteristics that self-made multimillionaires have are discipline and decisiveness. You cannot join the Multimillionaire Club if you're not disciplined and decisive with your money. You can't break down every time you see something fancy you want. Grant Cardone once wrote, I didn't buy my first luxury car or watch until my business and investments were producing multiple secure flows of income. I was still driving a Toyota Camry when I became a millionaire. Be known for your work ethic, not the trinkets you buy. This is a mindset that many self-made multimillionaires have, and it's one you can replicate by cultivating the act of discipline and decisiveness. Every dollar you spend on something you don't need is one less dollar you can invest or save. Also, you gotta watch out for lifestyle inflation. People spend money as it comes, and some people spend more money than they have, and they want more. Take, for example, a college graduate with a new career who rents a nice apartment for $1,100 per month. They may look for a better apartment, which will cost $2,000 a month when their salary increases 4 years later. Their old apartment was good enough, but the new one in a new building has more amenities located in a cooler, trendier neighborhood. This trade was not made out of need, but because they could. When people advance and start making more money, their monthly expenses usually follow suit. This is commonly referred to as lifestyle inflation, and it's something you should avoid. This is one thing you got to ensure that you really get a grasp on. If you want to become a multimillionaire, resist the urge to give in to lifestyle inflation. Instead of spending more just because you can, and save more, invest more, you're going to reach your goals so much faster. When setting achievable income goals, you also got to think about that finish line. When would you like to retire? Most retirees are pensioners because they actually got to save over their working years and now they're living off their pension, which at least covers their living costs. However, you gotta think even bigger if you want to live like a multimillionaire. To get to this level of income requires a relatively ample pension, plus a good number of other streams of income being earned every month on your capital assets. If you want to really live it up post-work, it's important to set an income goal before you retire so that you don't have to work anymore. This number is going to change for literally everyone, but whatever it is, pick one and work on it. That way, instead of retiring at 70, you might end up retiring at 58 because you just happen to already reach your goal. It's important to note that by the time you stop working and retire, your investments and your savings portfolio becomes your income portfolio. One of the best ways that you can use the power of compounding is in your life savings or your pension plan. The easiest way to build your savings is to start early, and trust me when I say it is never too early. Doing this allows you to take advantage of the power compounding. So let's give you another little scenario. Imagine you are 20 years old and you contribute $6,000 to an individual retirement account every year at $500 a month for 40 years. This brings your total investment to $240,000. However, thanks to the power of compounding, your investment will grow to more than $1.37 million, assuming you get a 7% return. With that, you could become a millionaire by 60. I'm just saying, how cool is that? I said a lot about how you can manage your money to your benefit. However, one major area that almost surpasses the others is your mindset, especially when it comes to money. This might seem like a soft step on the surface, but it's really where the whole journey starts. Becoming a multimillionaire, that's a long process. It requires changes in your mindset and lifestyle. To make it happen, you're virtually going to need to create a mission statement. Your statement should say why you want to become a multimillionaire and the steps it's going to take for you to achieve this. You'll need to post it in a very public place to read it regularly. That's just how you're going to change your mindset. You also have to commit to the various strategies that can help you achieve this goal, because without commitment, you're as good as done. It's also very important to include that people matter in your plans, so account for the people that matter, especially when they're very close to you and are vital to said plans. One major person is your spouse. If you're married or you have plans to tie that knot, you're going to need to get your spouse on board with the goal and its execution. The journey from being broke to being a multimillionaire is a long one with many challenges. And it's best not done alone. No one has a greater influence to either help you cross the finish line or keep you from ever getting there than your spouse. It's safe to say that there's going to be plenty of obstacles on your path to becoming a multi-millionaire. That is why you and your spouse need to be unified in that effort. Unfortunately, spouses aren't always on the same page, when it comes to finances. So you're probably going to need to help your partner see that big picture by emphasizing the remunerations that'll come with that multi-millionaire status. You got to remember that it takes you two to make it happen. But that's all we got for you. And thanks for watching How to Become a Multimillionaire Before You're 35. And also, if you do become one, then legally you are obligated to give this video, all of us, a cut from it. So thanks. Later.